Hello everyone, welcome back to SRBPS online classes. I Babita is going to teach you 8th class maths, and today we are going to introduce the new chapter, that is square and its root. So let's get started with the definition of square number. Square number. What is the square number? When we multiply a number by itself. When we multiply a number by itself, then that number, the product of that number is known as its square. Okay, you can see the example. If we multiply 4 by itself, then we get the 16. So 16 is the square number. Similarly, some more examples are there. You can see here 0, 0 into 0, 4 is equal to 2 into 2, 9 is equal to 3 into 3. So all these are the square number. Next topic is perfect square. So what is the perfect square number? If we will find out the square root of any number, and if its square root is a whole number, then that number is known as perfect square. Here is the example. Suppose 49. If we find out the square root of 49, then we will get 7. 7 is the whole number, therefore 49 is known as the perfect square number. Take the example of 9 also. When you will take the 9 as an example, then square root of 9. Square root of 9, that is equal to 3. So 9 is also known as perfect square. Similarly, some more example are 16, 25, 64, etc. Next is non-perfect squares. So if we find out the square root of any number, and if its square root is not a whole number, if its square root is not a whole number, then that number is known as non-perfect square number. Example 40. If you will find out the square root of 40, it will be equal to 6.3245, like this. So this is not a whole number. That's why 40 is known as non-perfect square. You can take the example of 5 also. 5 is also a non-perfect square. 2, 3. These are some more example of a non-perfect square number. We'll study about some of the properties of a square number. So first one is the property of unit digit of a square number. So this one is the first property. If a number has 1 or 9 in the unit place, then it's square and with 1. It means if we are having any number, let us take 81. If we are having a number 81, then in its unit place 1 is there. So when we will find out the square of 81, then in the square of 81, the unit place is always 1. And if we will find out the square root of 49, then again here in the unit place of the number we are having 9. So when we will find out the square of 49, then in its unit place we will get a number 1. Now, and second one is, if a number has 2 or 8 in the unit place, then it's square and with 4. It means if we are having a number with 2, so let's take the example. Suppose we had taken 22. So in its unit place we are having a digit 2. So when you will find out the square of 22, it will always end with 4. Means we will find 4 in its unit place. If we will take 28 as the example. See here, in the unit place we are having the digit 8. So when we will find out the square of 28, again in its unit place we will find 4. 4 will be in the unit place of the square of 28. Third is, if a number has 3 or 7 in the unit place, then its square end with 9. If we are having any number, I am taking 33 as the example. So in unit place 3 is there. So when you will find out the square of 33, then in its unit place always you will find 9. 47. If you will take the square of 47, if you will find out the square of 47, as here in the number 7 is in its unit place, then always in the square of 47 you will get 9 as the number in unit place. Fourth one is, if a number has 4 or 6 in the unit place, then the square end with 6. It means if we are having a number with 4 at its unit place, then when we will do the square of this number, then in the unit place we will get 6 always. Take the example of 46. See here, at the unit place we are having the number 6. So when you will find out the square of 46, we will get 6 as the unit place digit. Next property is even and odd square. What does it mean? It means if we are having a number odd, if we are having an odd number, then its square is also a odd. If we are having a number, even number, then its square is also an even number. See the example, we are having the number 16, and 16 is what? Even number. See the square, 4 square, it is the square of 4, and 4 is also even. Second example, here we had taken 5. 5 is odd, and the square of 5 is 25, which is again an odd number. See the example 12. 12 is even, and when we will find out the square of 12, we will get 144, which is again an even number. Next property is adding odd numbers. According to this property, if the sum of a number are in consecutive from 1 and are odd, so the square root of these number is the number of observation. What does it mean? It means if we want to find out the sum of consecutive odd numbers starting from 1, then their sum will be equal to the square of the number of observation. So let's see the example to make this property more clear to you. See the first example. In this example, we need to find out the sum of 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. See, we are having all the odd number, consecutive odd numbers starting from 1. So, its sum will be equal to the square of the number of observation. How many number of observation we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, its sum will always be equal to the square of the number of observation. So, its sum will be equal to 7 square, that is 49. That is 49. Now, see the second example. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17. So here we are having 9 as the number of observation. So its sum will be equal to 9 square. It means when we will add this, we will get its sum is equal to 81. Now see the third example. We are having all the odd numbers starting from 1. None of the odd number is kept in this series. So when we will add all these numbers, then its square will be equal to, then its sum will be equal to 12 square, because here the number of observation is 12. And what is 12 square? That is 144. So when you will add all these odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers, we will get the sum as 144.